Alright, I'm Lily Mae sitting here with Kalenna, Diddy Dirty Money.
What's up?
And people, they have no clue about a lot of the work you did prior to the group. So
right.
Tell us.
Well, before I was in the group, I actually was writing. You know what I mean? I was a solo artist as well. Actually did the remix to Usher Confession, and that's what really put me on the radio and made me really want to do what I wanted to do in this industry. But before that, I was writing for the likes of Christina Milian, Aretha Franklin, Fantasia, Sierra, Bobby V, 3 6 Mafia, Slim Thug. I mean, Charlotte Church. It's like the list really goes on. And so, that was a way for me to backdoor the game. Being a brown skinned sister like myself.
I know.
And just being thick as well. It was one of those things where I kept running across somebody telling me, you don't look industry. You're not beautiful enough, or you're too thick, or you're too brown. So I was like, you know what? I might as well be a CEO. And really handle my business and backdoor the game and make some checks in my sleep.
Right.
And I did that by writing for other artists. I actually won Burger King Fest.
Really?
Okay, yeah, I did. Okay. I won the Burger King Fest, and that was the first time I met Puff.
Wow.
That was the first time I met Puff. I opened up for B5. Faith Evans was there. T.I. was there. Andre 3000. There was a lot of people. And so, I did one of my original songs, and it was amazing. It was big, and I remember Faith Evans stopping me, and she was like, "So you're a songwriter?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And she was like, "I don't know. You should be an artist too. You're pretty dope."
Wow.
So it was good getting that, from Faith Evans, and then meeting Puff directly after. The next time I met him as a writer. And I still was doing my artist thing, but I had a son, so it stopped, my artist thing for 2 seconds, because a lot of people, they didn't want to understand that women can have children in the industry and keep going,
Right.
So I just was like, I'm gonna just get this writing thing back going, and I met Puff, and I dropped off some songs over at Red Zone, because that's where he was working, and he just came through again real quick and was like, yeah, nice to meet you. But one thing I learned about Puff is he'll meet someone once or twice, and then he'll like remember you forever. Yeah, I went to LA. My publishing company put me in with Big John. Big John put me in with Rodney Jerkins. And man, me and Rodney did like 42 records, and it was like 20 out of 40, 20 of them got placed. And it was like, they were going like hotcakes. We were on a roll. And the beautiful thing about working with Rodney Jerkins was he was always somebody I looked up to. He was just a great producer, and I have the ability to be able to morph into an artist. So if he said, we're doing a record for Shakira, I could kind of morph into that and make it sound like a Shakira record. And so Big John came in. Big John said, yo, man, what you think about going and working with Diddy? And mind you, I totally forgot that I met him 2 times before, and I was like, yeah, I think it'll be great. I think it'll be cool. And he said, tomorrow. Wow. I was like, word, okay, cool, because I thought it was going to be a process, And he was like, tomorrow, you meet him at his house. And I'm like, first of all, I'm meeting Diddy, and I'm going to his house in L.A., which was really crazy. So I get there, and his house is like super duper beautiful and super immaculate. So, you got to like take your shoes off. So already you feel like you're walking in, King Dingling house or somebody, And so anyway, I get to the studio, and I wait for maybe 5 minutes. He didn't make me wait long. And as soon as he came in, he just started dancing. He was jigging. And I'm over there like, I know, yo, this track is crazy. Like, so that's how we greet each other.
Wow.
Like, yo, this track crazy, son. Oh, my God. So I'm just going crazy, going on back and forth. And we just hit it off. And that was Strobe Lights, actually, the beat that was playing. And that was the first task that I took on with Last Year in Paris. And that's what kind of brought me into Dirty Money. I started the sound of Last Year in Paris, and I was like, so what you doing? He's like, I think I'm going to do a group. And I was like, word. So who you going to get in the group? Because this song is crazy. And I was totally not considering myself, But he was looking at me as a solo artist. He was like, yo, you dope, you crazy, and kept asking my management about me. But we just, was like, we here to write, man, and I just really wanted to get that off my chest. And after I finally finished with Puff, and I was on my way home, I was going to the airport, and right when I jumped out the car, my phone rang, and it said Uncle Sean, because I call him Uncle Sean. And he was like, yo, I know this ain't proper protocol, yo, but I'm just saying something like, yo, I want you to be my group, yo.
Wow.
And I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I had just met Dawn, so it was dope. So this is has been my journey to you guys seeing me a lot, almost every day on your TV.
And what has been one of the most challenging parts of working with someone as big as Diddy in the game? Like, what are the challenges with that?
I mean, the challenges are working to, or just working to stay in a position that you're meeting his expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because they are very big and high ones, you know, to reach for. But at the same time, I do feel confident that he believes in me, and he trusts me enough to be beside him.
Right.
So that makes me feel, that's like a big boost of confidence there anyway. So I just like, you can't, if anybody can't validate you, this man validated me, and I'm just saying, like, I don't need nobody else. So, you know, that's definitely been one of the challenges that I'm beginning to feel really comfortable with, knowing that I'm standing beside Puff and I'm meeting all of his expectations. And I guess I would want to say, like, you know, when you're in a group with a girl who's been on, you know, reality TV, and everybody knows her from, you know, white, black to whatever culture, you know, and then being in a group with Diddy, it has been challenging to kind of push through a little, but at the same time, I think that it's one heart at a time for me, you know, and I think that people are starting to get it, you know, and they're like, okay, the girl clean in the group, you know, because, you know, being the new girl is almost like a gift and a curse, because you got a clean slate, but the curse is almost like, well, that's just the new girl anyway. What's up with, you know? But you know, I always say they'll figure it out.
Right. And you guys have toured and performed some everywhere. What's been one of your most memorable moments in promoting this album?
I would want to say my show in Glasgow in Scotland, and it was actually very touching because I had just lost my grandmother, and we were actually performing some of the Dirty Money songs, and we were helping Puff do a medley of songs that he has a million of them, so we helped him do a medley of Bad Boy songs. And when we got to Missing You, I mean, aside from the people already screaming and going crazy for Dirty Money and us not having an album out yet, that was big, and them just going ham over it. When Missing You came, and I just broke down on stage, and I'm singing and I'm crying because I'm like, I miss my grandmother so much, and I think that was the first time that I really understood what Missing You was. You know, that's a really, really deep record. So that was the first time that I was like, yo, I'm loving this Dirty Money shit. I love where I am right now. This is like the biggest moment, and that has been one of the biggest memories for me.
And how challenging is it to, you know, have such an aggressive career and then have a son? How do you balance that?
Well, I was just asked that question today. I use him as my inspiration every day. That sometimes I feel like I want to quit, or you know, it gets hard and I just want to sleep, or I feel like I'm at a loss for words. I think about him and his future. And from the time my son was 6 weeks old, we were in the studio. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as I had him, I had no other choice but to go back. And I felt like this was a way that I was going to make sure that he could go to the best school, and he was going to get a proper education, and he could learn different languages at will, and he could travel the world, you know, and see different things. Because I did, you know, it is hard being away from my son because I'm really a mom. You know, I care when he's sick. You know, I care, you know, about him going to school. I care about, you know, what time he goes to sleep, what he's been eating. You know, I care about those things. I care about what he's watching on TV. You know, even some of the songs that he listens to, I care. And so I think that he's still young. I'm still young, and you know, we're definitely going to be growing together. But I want him to be proud of his mommy. You know, so that's, you know, it's challenging just being away from him, but at the same time, I know why I'm doing it, and it's very, very clear to me why I'm doing it. So I mean, that's the comfort in it.
And you're in, I guess, like a third phase now, which is you moving kind of aside from the group, doing your own thing. So describe Kalenna as a solo artist, your sound, your genre.
Wow. You know what? I would say that I'm definitely pretty raw and unadulterated with what I'm saying. I do believe in love, but I also believe in loving yourself as well, and not like on some, like, you know, super prideful, you know, super all about me shit, but like more like, you know, just real. Like, you know, I gotta do this for me to be able to help other people.
Right.
You know, and in my music it says that it's not just me singing in a club or, you know what I'm saying. Me, I could be in a fucking field of poppy seeds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I said poppy seeds. Y'all could tell I'm a drug addict, but I was trying to be serious. Sunflowers, a field of sunflowers. You know, I'm just saying, it goes from, you know, pop to country to Celtic rock to hip hop, you know, it's just a bunch of sounds that I've definitely been influenced by, you know what I'm saying, traveling the world. And but I always wanted to be an artist that went down in history because I had something to say. You know, so my music definitely says, you know, just a lot of different shit, but you can relate to.
Right.
We might be sitting here talking about going out to the club one minute, but you know, we might end up talking about love.
Right.
Or we might end up like, you know what, fuck it all, you know,
right.
whatever it is. But it's just a conversation that I'm allowing myself to have with my listeners, and it's not necessarily a love story. It's not a hate story. It's a story.
Right. And if there's anything else you would want people to know, or you want people to look out for, or anything at all you want to?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm going to be a spokesperson for the Lupus Foundation.
Oh, wow.
So I actually am a spokesperson for the Lupus Foundation. And I lost my sister to it, so I'm definitely going to be making sure that very soon you guys hear a lot more of me speaking out about what lupus is. So, you know, I just a lot of work, philanthropy work that I do want to do. So the I Heart Kalenna Foundation will be about all of these things. It would be about the necessity.
Right.
You know, what's necessary, you know, to live. And, you know, I just feel like giving back should be a biological change of the human body.
Right.
That should be something that you just do.
Right. And
you know?
So many people don't.
And they don't.
Because you get caught up in your life, day to day, right?
I mean, yeah, you know. And so I just, if I could give back 78% of everything that I have, I would. You know what I'm saying? 78.9, I would.
Right,
you know,
right.
And be okay with where I am in life. But, you know, those are the things that I'm working on, and I'm very, very excited about it, and I will have a blog up very soon.
Okay.
But it's not about me.
Okay.
It's about me, but it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I wanted that, we'll actually be doing a launch, and I'll make sure that we get all of the information to you. But I definitely wanted to make sure that it wasn't a blog site that you go to and you just see me everywhere, and you know, you see me brushing my teeth. Like,
right.
I wouldn't want to see that shit for real. Maybe like one time, you know. But I wanted it to be like positive news almost about religion and entertainment and traveling and God and maybe a little bit of me. And so, but anyway, you guys can follow me at KDiddyBob. I really appreciate it. Get on my Twitter. And, you know, hear all of the weird shit that I say during the day. It's positive, but sometimes it's weird. But here I am, and I'm very excited about 2011 and what it has in store. And I will be coming out with a mixtape, not tomorrow, not next week, but soon. And I want it to be right because I have great music, and I want it to be presented to the world effectively.